What light by yonder window breaks? Surely it is Juliet with her laptop, browsing the personal ads. Huh? Hey, you want to find your soulmate? Well, Trish Mcdermot from Match.com is here to give us 5 great tips for finding a date online. Trish, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Not a problem. So people are still finding love online?
Yeah, the internet is like the single scene today. It's wildly popular. People just like you, nice-looking guys with good jobs.
I thought you said just like me.
Are logging on to find dates.
I'm married.
Well, I know. We talked about that in the last time.
Oh,
yeah. So you're one of the lucky few.
Oh, well, thank you. So you've got a couple of tips, 5 tips,
right,
on what to do and what not to do when you're looking for love online.
Right. And, you know, Valentine's Day is really just a little more than a month away, and it's not too late to get a date for Valentine's Day, but it does require that you do some work.
Okay.
So first and probably most important tip is just find the site that's right for you. There are all kinds of dating sites out there. Match is about 2.5 million people, obviously. You know, we think we're a great site. But you need to find a site that's going to attract the type of person that you might want to meet. And there's really a wild divergence of dating sites. And in the end, the technology is fun. We all geek out on it. It's pretty cool. But it's the person that you meet that really makes the difference.
You're talking about unique targeted sites. We found this is Rockabilly Dating.
That's the whole, like, you know, hot men with sideburns thing. That's true. You can be on that.
I have sideburns.
The point is, though, that we're looking for a connection. And for many people, that's a similar interest, something that starts that feeling of sameness, interest in getting to know each other more. And,
okay.
And there are all kinds of sites out there.
All right. So another interesting little portal for dating, lovemypets.com.
Always important, and in fact, we just did a survey on our site, and we found that singles who have pets make better lovers. Not sure why, but
wow.
just thought I'd throw that in there.
Very interesting. Well, I own a dog, Sprocket, and my wife loves me, so there must be something
correlation
in that. She likes Sprocket more than she likes me, but that's a different segment. Okay, now moving along to your particular website, what can we do? Okay, first of all, I should say, what should we not do when we're putting our own profile on the web?
Well, there are a couple of things not to do. There's something called excessive disclosure. There's lots of things about you. Chris, I'm sure there's a few about you that we don't need to know right offhand. I think most important thing when you look at a profile is to certainly make a good first impression, right? It's all about appearance. It's still dating. It's not technology. So post a photo. Certainly spell right, run your spell check, verb-subject agreement is helpful. If you look at this particular guy, he includes no real personal information. How can you like this guy or fall in love with him when, in fact, you know, all you know is that he's 5'11" and has dark brown hair and gray eyes?
Yeah, but he's got a nice profile.
Well, yeah,
silhouette, the white silhouette. That's what I look for. Not that I. Okay, so that's an example of a bad. What you don't want to do.
It is bad, and you know, dating is a very competitive game. There really is an economic supply and demand sort of factor here, and there are a lot of people on a site like Match.com, and so you need to rise above the multitudes.
That's very true, because you said it's like a game. Nice guys always finish last, just so you know. So
not true.
Thank you. I'm not a nice guy, though, so it doesn't count for me. Okay, so now that was an example of a profile that you wouldn't want.
Right, and it's not going to work for him. Now, this profile, this will work for this woman. She's a beautiful photo, very vivacious, wonderful smile, a little bit of cleavage. It can help.
You heard it here first, folks.
She talks about herself, gives us, first of all, just a full description of who she is and her religion and whether or not she wants kids and the income that she makes. She writes a very warm and personal self-description and gives a lot of detail about the kind of person that she's looking for. So this is how you make a connection. You know, the technology doesn't do it for us. There has to be a real live person behind that, and she really tells us a lot. Someone's going to fall in love with her.
Yeah, I could say that, or I could see that. I did just say that you could see that. Anyway, as I read these things, usually certain things trip my trigger in reading people's profiles. Is there a certain style of writing that you would encourage?
There is, and actually we've done some research to find out what single people like. What really attracts you to someone? There are a couple of criteria. One is sense of humor. I think the more that you can make someone smile or laugh or make them feel good around you, including just feeling good reading your profile, the more likely they sense a sort of charisma about you, and that like online chemistry we call it, right? Intelligence is another one. We like smart people. Okay. So certainly, you know, good spelling and grammar as well, but the ability to write in whole sentences is helpful.
Very important.
And being positive. I mean, we are attracted to people who are having a good time, who have something to offer, and certainly you can put together a paragraph or two that suggests, you know, you've got a life going for you, and there's room in it to have some fun with someone else.
And one last point, you used the word participating, and I was curious as to what you meant by that.
Yeah, well, online dating and dating in general is a game that you don't win from the benches. You really have to play. It's a sport that you participate in. And we actually just did some research, and we found that people who say they actively search for dates, not rocket science here, say that they had more dates last year, they were kissed more times last year, and they feel more optimistic about their romantic futures. So I think the beauty of online dating is it makes participating very easy, fast, fun, affordable, convenient, from home, from work.
Gotta like that.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun. Well, thank you so much, Trish,
Thanks
for coming
me.
by again. We'll have you on again if you have more tips, and I'm sure you do. And in the meanwhile, why don't you swing by our website, techtv.com/call-for-help, where you'll find some more tips right now for successful online dating. Unless, of course, you're already in love with your wife. Love you, Gretchen.